In this lecture we are going to see what are the properties of X module we have, what are the type of X module properties, and how you can set it, what is its significance. So the property of X module and its attributes are defined by their default properties. But in addition, you can also set more properties for it. Like you have some specific parameters. Uh, that is we have a significance when you are interacting with the controls on UI. And these specific parameters are mainly divided into in four parts, which is the configuration parameter, identification parameter, steering parameter, and the transition parameter. So we'll see it one by one. So we'll start with the configuration parameter. This parameter defines which T-box components are used for steering the control. In the configuration parameter, this is the gray box, and you can see the multiple values that are available for the configuration parameters are the avoid, snapper, algorithm association, business association, constraint index, execution in parallel, engine, explicit name, and other extension, and others. There are many. So this is hard to remember, but I'll attach the Tricentis support page where these all elements with its specific values are there. You can set the configuration parameter and you can see which are some predefined values you have for that configuration parameter. So let's take the example of first one. So the first configuration parameter is the avoid snapper. This is related with the document snapper, that is DocuSnapper. So when you select its value for the recording, the DocuSnapper is go and record your execution step by step, and it will create the test evidence for you for your execution. So these test evidence are the screenshot of your module execution. And if you set its value to true, then there would be no recording is going on, and there is a no test evidence will be created. If I'll show you how you can create it, go to your Tosca. Let's suppose I just wanted to create the DocuSnapper or this avoid snapper property for this module. Let me check whether I have created it by default. No. Okay. Yeah, I have created somehow. Okay, I'll delete this. This is how you create. Just right click on this module property and go to the gray box, that is your configuration parameter, create it, and provide the value. This is a case sensitive information, so provide the value as written in the Tricentis document. So avoid snapper, and make sure its values must be the predefined values, that is true or false. So if I'll select the false here, it will go and go and activate the DocuSnapper, and these all evidence are going to create for your module execution, for this module execution. And the next parameter is the identification parameter, and this identification parameter are determined which properties are used to search the control that you use for the steered one. These identification parameter you can use in the in and by using the and links, like the business ID parameters and the reflecting ID parameters, like that you can use. The business IDs are mostly related with the specific type of control, the controls you have steered. Mostly we didn't use during our technical execution. The reflected ID parameter is also there. And this is the slower one because you have to provide the specific value and will interact. When it will interact, then the execution time it takes, so it is the slower one. So there is a technical ID parameter is also there. This is we need when we have to provide any specific technical value to that parameter. And these are color coded. You can also create it from that module or its attribute point of view. The next one we have is the steering parameter, and these steering parameters are has some specific behavior when you are going to steer your objects. So these steering parameters can be the bring to front, header column, header row, and the other values you can also see on a screen. So if I'll explain the bring to front. When you select the bring to front, this is this is you use when you have you are executing the UI and you need to see what is happening on a screen. Then you can select this option, bring to front, and give its value to, it has the by default value to true. So when you create it, then provide the value, and you are able to see that your execution will be happen. Whenever it is going to happen, then your UI will be bring to front itself. Then there is weight related parameters are also there. Like if any module attributes you have located, then you can weight before and after of its location, its identification. Then you can also have the user simulation. This user simulation is you need when the inputs are unable, when the input controls are made with the click operation and without the object steering, and a click is performed onto a screen or a keyboard input is performed. So this is be mostly used when your steered controls are made with the click operation, but it is not the object steering, without object steering. And it has the user simulation has the control of where you can perform the user simulation on the control of button, checkbox, link, radio button, text box, and the tree view. So this control you can perform the user simulation. If I'll show you how you can create the user simulation. Let's suppose you have a login button, and your login button is made with the click operation, and it does not have any object steering property. So you can create the steering parameter for this. Right click on this module attribute, and click on this green bar, that is the steering parameter, green checkbox. Provide the value like user simulation, and it has a value true or false. I'm going to select the true over here. So now it will go and steer the parameter from the user simulation point of view. The next one is the transition parameter. This is just an link or transition between the technologies or context. So here you have to provide the XPath expression. If you know, we are using it in Selenium, we are creating the XPath in Selenium. So these are the four major X module parameters that you can use to steer your controls more specifically. Other than it has its by default parameters. So this is all we have for this lecture. I'll see you in the next lecture with the best practices in modules.